What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about LIl Yachty. LIl Yachty was doing this interview on this podcast, and he spoke about how, he's done having relations. Like, he doesn't have relations. Even when he flies out chicks, he doesn't have relations with them. He talks about how, having relations have been diluted for him, and he's just done. And he's a young guy. And I want y'all to understand something that people think is weird, right? When a guy says that, he's going his own way, he's a MGTOW monk, right? You hear the shaming. You can't get no women. Women don't want to be with you, or you're gay. He even mentioned it that people may think that he's gay because he's not having relations with women. He'll hang out with them, but he's not seeking to sleep with them. And this is coming from a guy who's a rapper. Probably has women throwing themselves at him all the time. And for him to say, you know what, nah, I'm not really feeling it like that, that might come as a shock to some people. Because you would think a guy that, is able to get the attention and, from women, that you would crave it constantly. Now, there's a lot of guys with a lot of high sex drive. They can screw, all day, every day. But for some guys, it's not like that. I think he might have come across women he actually liked and wanted to date who probably used them, right? And he just saying, you know what, I'm not gonna let a woman's sexuality, her physical, get me caught up. And I think this is what it is. I think LIl Yachty is taking control over himself to say, you know what, even if I'm around women, that doesn't mean I'm going to sleep with her. I'm not going to give in, right, to lust, because it may have cost me. And I think he might have gotten shorted in the situation and feel like, you know what, lust got me in that situation. So let's check out what he had to say. Make sure y'all like this video and share it.
Because a lot of times I don't have sex. And I think women probably think I'm gay. I don't care that much. It's like, I think a lot of times women think if they flying out to you like that, we have to have sex. Or like that's on my mind.
Right.
And sometimes I just like to see what someone is like. Or even if I can be around them, because I usually can't.
I think that's such an interesting concept, because I think women, they think that. And then if a dude is not trying to like get in their pants 24/7, they're like, what's wrong with me? He's not into me, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no. Like, maybe he's just not trying to be doing that 24/7.
It's weird for women who've used their bodies to get the attention of men, especially men who are famous, men who are successful. They have worked so long to try to get those men's attention that when a guy says, I'm just not up to that, it does bother them, because all these women have is their bodies. All these women have is their bodies in order to get to where they want to get to. And when a man takes control back and said, I don't care how good you look, I'm still not going to sleep with you, it's gonna bother these women, because these women are very low IQ. Most Western women are low IQ.
I've just had so much sex that like it's diluted to me.
I understand that as well.
Yeah.
I don't think she understands. I don't think she understands. Do she really understand? Do women understand? No, I will tell you this. I do believe that there are women out here who are exhausted from having so much relations. Look at the women who look good. They show off their assets, right? They show off their bodies. They may even have OnlyFans. But they're never in relationships. They're always single. And when they get into a relationship, their relationship ends as soon as it starts. Those are women who are physically exhausted from all the relations they've been having. So what they do is they try to trap a man using their bodies. And then once that man get with them and he realizes, man, she don't want to have no relations, like, what's up? Or she starts complaining about how much you want to sleep with her. Look at the Delicious. Y'all know the influencer reality personality, right? Delicious, right? Known for having big assets. She got married to Raymond Santana, and she was complaining right when they first got married, that he wanted to have relations with her, more than she wanted to. You know what I'm saying? And when that happens early in a relationship, that's going to set up that relationship to fail. And it failed.
Like, it's not what it used to be. Like, I get off more on just really laughing. Like, cause laughing is so good to laugh, and it's a real laugh, and it's like, yeah, we're laughing together.
It's another interesting point. You got these guys like LIl Yachty. Again, he gets the opportunity to date these women, sleep with these women, but he comes across a lot of users who have used their bodies to get close to him and to use him. And I think he wants to take that control back, and I'm telling you right now, that's why, the whole thing about having relations, right? It's the thrill of the hunt. When you're not famous and you're just a regular guy and you have to chase women and you got to go out there and go out there and approach women or pursue women, right? That makes the whole situation of having the relations a whole lot better, because you're going after women that at first you didn't know whether or not she was attracted to you. You're hitting on her, flirting with her, and then you're able to conquer. It makes, feels good. But when you're a celebrity and these women are throwing themselves at you, constantly, I think it gets boring to these guys. That's why you start to see these guys get into weird things, or they'll start chasing married women, unavailable women, right? You can tell the guys that are getting too much easy sex, they'll start pursuing married women or women in relationships. Or they'll start doing even weirder things, Let's go back.
Because a lot of times I don't have sex. And I think women probably think I'm gay. I don't care that much. It's like, I think a lot of times women think if they flying out to you like that, we have to have sex. Or like, that's on my mind.
Well, I don't think Yachty wants to be saying that, because then you're going to have women trying to get flued out knowing they don't have to sleep with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. There might be a little bit of cap on that one,
Right.
And sometimes I just like to see what someone is like, or even if I can be around them, because I usually can't.
I think that's such an interesting concept, because I think women, they think that, and then if a dude is not trying to get in their pants 24/7, they're like, what's wrong with me? He's not into me. But
yes, they do, because women are very insecure. Women are insecure people. They don't understand why a man wouldn't pursue them. Like, it bothers them, like, especially if it's a guy that they're giving choosing signals to, and they're wondering, what I'm saying? Especially if it's a guy that they're attracted to, that they feel gets a lot of women, she should be one of them. And when a guy doesn't do that, they shame, or if he rejects them, because you can't reject women. See, women can reject men, but men can't reject women, or they're gonna call you names. They're gonna call you gay. They're gonna think something is wrong with you because you don't want them.
Well, it's like, no, maybe he's just not trying to be doing that 24/7.
I've just had so much sex that it's diluted to me.
Again, this is coming from a rapper, young guy in general. We're not talking about a 40-year-old man. This dude is in his 20s. And he said that he done had so much of it that it's diluted. Now, people are going to say, well, we're going to call camp on that. I mean, you could, but that's from his perspective. He's one of the few, if he probably the only rapper I've heard say this. Having relations have been diluted. That's why you can't sleep with just every chick, right? A lot of you dudes are sleeping with women back to back to back to back, and you're exhausting yourself to the point to where you're like, I gotta not, sleep with, I gotta back up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta slow down, maybe, do some celibacy. Cause I've heard of some guys doing celibacy, right? It's because you dudes are you're basically trying to satisfy too many women at once. Cause you got all these women who on your rotation, you're trying to keep them all on your rotation, and you're overdoing it by sleeping with that one, sleeping with 2 different chicks, 3 different chicks on the same day, back-to-back days, right? You're not spacing it out. You're not taking time to rejuvenate. You're just wearing yourself out, you know, because you got these women and you're trying to, you know, instead of pleasing yourself and making sure yourself is good, you're out here trying to keep these women around by trying to worry about whether they're good instead of whether you're good, right? Just because a woman is hitting you up to sleep with them doesn't mean you have to go do it. You could just ignore her or be like, not tonight. But a lot of y'all can't do that.
I understand that as well.
Yeah, like it's not what it used to be. Like I get off more on just really laughing. Like, cause laughing is so good to laugh, and it's a real laugh, and it's like, yeah, we're laughing together.
That's why a lot of men need hobbies, man. If you have a hobby, you can use that hobby to be your first love, not sleeping with every heifer that you're able to get to sleep with you. Sometimes you have to space it out. You know what I'm saying? Take a couple days if need be. Take a couple weeks. Because when you wear yourself out, LIl Yachty's in his 20s. you know, I don't see him getting married. You know, a lot of times, a lot of guys, once they've been in these streets and they've slept with multiple women, they're done. They go and they try to settle down, right? But this guy's in his 20s and he's worn out. So a lot of you guys are just wearing yourselves out. You're destroying the essence of who you are just so you can go out and sleep with a bunch of different chicks that you're probably going to forget about them in a couple of years. So let me know in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see y'all next one.